Yo, yo, yo. What up, Hibernation Nation? It's your boy, the chillest and chilliest Chimera on the internet, Anzu. We're back again and very alone this time to make some music. Khan is not here with us today. Is Khan in the room with us today? No. But today we're going to take this, turn it into something good. Hello, Amy. Thank you for contributing to the Ooh Only Stream. Ooh Only Stream challenge. It's good to see you. It's been a bit, hasn't it? I need to add. Forgive me, I just woke up. I need to add a bass to this shit. Insert a MIDI track. Hit me with the bass. Boom, doom, 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 doom. It's been like one day. Since what? I don't understand. Tell me about your life experiences. We need a G sharp in this fool. Oh, since I was in here. Yes. Well, listen. That's fine. Boom. Doom. Can we make this reasonably loud? Why is this so loud? Man. Is that the right note? It is. You've been good? Good. Can I how the fuck do I fix this? It's the worst. Got mistaken for a different girl in our family twice in a row during Christmas. That's like simultaneously insulting and also affirming, isn't it? On one hand, come on, don't you know me? On the other hand, girl bossing. Boom. I need more power. All affirming, baby. They ain't seen me in years. Oh. You're a hermit. What am I doing? Stop. I've heard the term recently, girl failure. I don't know. I don't know if that means the thing that I think it should mean. First they thought I was my little sister. Then they thought I was my older brother's girlfriend when corrected. That's funny. Well, you know, genes make sense. You have a lot of siblings. I'm starting to hear it slowly. So apparently I look a little different. That's cool though. All right, I'm gonna do a little what we call a sneaky. I'm gonna do a little sneaky here. I learned from a YouTube channel recently. We're gonna make this shit sound grody. We're gonna apparently I look a little different. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you do. It's been a while since you started this journey. I need to figure out what the fuck is going on. Do. Yes. So it's not 30-second notes, 16 notes. I'm up to a D now to be a LO. Yeah, it's got to be easier when you're able to express those clear, you know, gender characteristics. Boom. Just solo me. Just bum, bum, bum. So if that wasn't out to any of my extended family, still not actually. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are not assuming that your parents had like a secret love child out of nowhere, right? They're not assuming that this new daughter just appeared in the out of the ether and joined the family. They're almost certain they almost certainly know. Oh no, they still didn't know you're a girl. Yo, man, I've heard of passing, but that's insane. Ding, doo, doo, doo. You're like the omnigender. You're the I am I am gender. Bow before me. Apparently, getting mistaken while wearing a trans hoodie didn't clue them in. You gotta remember, boomers be like, oh, they just like pastels. No clue what any of the flags are. You just have a predilection for pastels. Okay. We have this. We have this. So now what we do is we just a doop a doo, funkify it. To the tune of G sharp. What exactly is this pitch knob affecting? Where's my macros? Yeah, definitely. Love him so much. I stuffed my shirt full of them. That's right. I'm just getting into drag. Actually, funny story. I watched the Try Guys Try Drag recently. My wife's gotten really into the Try Guys. My pitch wheel is so fucked. Why? Ooh, hey Ray, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just tell me how off I am. It's sharp. Why is it sharp? What is the pitch wheel affecting? MIDI control. Effect control 1. No, it should be pitch bend. Just set it to 0, baby. Why are you? Why? Just don't become like the wife guy from the Try Guys. Yeah, right? Good, I've been playing Minecraft and debating if I should work on my song now or later. Sometimes it's fun to work on art alongside someone who's streaming art, but I find that that's much harder with music. Because you can't really it's hard to listen to two things at once. Anyway, I watched the drag episode of Try Guys and I was like, should I shave my head and wear a wig? Should I invest in makeup? Should I learn how to wear heels? Should I learn how to tuck? Lots of questions came to my mind. All of them sus. We need to... I need my subs. Where's my subs? The hip hop sub bass. That's the jam. Are you running into the situation where you're trying to mix a set of notes and one of them are off? No, not exactly. It's more like I'm running into the situation where my my fucking MIDI controller's pitch wheel is fucking up. It's dying essentially, and it's causing things to go out of tune. Out of tune in a digital space. How do you even do that? Just kind of like squishing things together and seeing if they fit. They seem to fit. Not satisfied with the sound though. Let's try moving this up an octave. Or the other thing we can do is take these and drop them. We're just chopping, shifting, mixing, switching, reverse. Wait, how did that one change make it sound better all over? Let's try that. Just slight adjustments. Yeah, it's really feeling that dark and crunchy. Dark and crunchy like a fucking dark chocolate Snickers. Beautiful. Dark and crunchy like deep fried dark chocolate. Wait, that sounds good actually. The deep fried Twinkie is a classic in the States. Okay. So last time we took our very simple synth riff, deep fried twinkle butt. Is it? Oh yes. Lumi reminds me of deep fried Oreos. Wait, that's not what I meant to say. Lumi has reminded me of deep fried Oreos. Wait, that doesn't sound right still. Lumi just talked about deep fried Oreos. Upsettingly good, apparently. Yeah, deep fried Twinkies. Carnival food. Just take a candy bar, unwrap it, toss it in the deep fryer. You good. Well, not even that. They often bread it too, which makes sense. You pretty much bread everything before you deep fry it. Have you ever tried deep frying food without breading it? It's not good. We need a new audio track because once again, I am asking you to resample this. Give me. Oh. Off with you. Technically, fries aren't breaded. You're true. You speak the true. However, fries are essentially entirely starch, and that's the part that gets breaded. You could say that technically fries aren't breaded. You could also say that technically fries are all bread. Where's your dictionary definition now? Okay. We have our sound that I like. We have this thick sound. Boy, she thick. Now, what about hard bananas? Have you deep fried a hard banana? Is that a thing? People just throw bananas directly in the deep fryer? I don't doubt it. Like a Saba banana? All right. I think it's finally time to start working on the drums. Only a half an hour in, and we're finally doing the thing that I wanted to do. So, I don't know what a Saba banana is. Is it good? Is a Saba banana a thing that people eat? I would imagine so. So we're going to use a technique here that I pulled from this video that I posted in my Discord. Let's just highlight all. Okay, now we have large things to work with. 16th notes, please. So, we start with placement. It's a tropical fruit, and yeah, you eat it. It's more firm than your typical Cavendish. I see. A firm banana. Always welcome on this channel. Actually, I don't really like the taste of bananas. Well, no, to be fair, to be perfectly accurate, I don't like the texture of bananas. I actually like the taste because I like banana bread. You're a banana man? Banana connoisseur? All right, placement first. I kind of like this kick. How it anticipates the third beat of the measure. I like that. But now we also need to think about the snare placement. Do we want these snares to be relaxed or driving? Pumpkins and eggplants can be deep fried. Ooh, that's true. I actually just watched a video of a German guy making a schnitzel with eggplant instead of chicken. That looked really good. I kind of like the relaxed feel for this. Let's try the forward feel as well. That's right on. Wonder what your take on relaxed. See, it's going to be better than driving. I don't know. I'm almost feeling the driving better with this sample, with this lick. Imagine having the choice of driving an imaginary car and it only works the more relaxed you are. The drive's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Let's, yeah. Let's turn up that snare if we're gonna push it forward like that. All right, I'm starting to feel this. So now we want something We can use the tambourine to kind of pound out a rhythm here. Then we can figure out where to actually put it. Maybe on the ride. Well, let's... So... I'm liking this. What we want to do now is talk about accents, right? So this kick needs to be the loudest. And then these hats need to be softer. This hat can be louder. But then all the hats can be a little softer. Yeah. Are you feeling the groove? This is also a good point to make sure our thing is set to complex. Make sure our audio clips are set to complex. And then test out bumping the tempo up and down like a few beats per minute. I don't like this bass anymore. People deep fry apples, but it serves as more of an ingredient. People deep fry apples? Is that a thing? I don't know where you live, Rapier, but I'll tell you, where I'm from, people don't really deep fry apples. I guess it's a thing. It's all like carbohydrates, right? Sugars, starches. We also should talk about note length. All right. Time for the hard part. It's for pies and turnovers and jams. I always thought you boiled them as opposed to deep frying them for jams and stuff. Like, you're meant to soften them, not crisp them. I don't know. Jam may be a stretch. Fair enough. I mean, if you said, here's some deep fried apple pie, could be good. All right. Time for the most important part of the process. Sound selection. So we go to samples, type in kick. Oh, by the way, can I? Whoa. I guess you can change that. All right. We got mango turnovers and they're legit fried. Nice. The bass do be chunky now. That ain't even the bass, it's just the kick. Felt pretty bassy to me. Well, it can be. We need to tune it. Ooh, that's so big. Yeah, see, it's out of tune. I'm not saying it's a bad sound, but I do like it. All right, so let's throw the kick here. Mm-hmm. And then we need to transpose it till it's in tune. So let's figure out what the tuning on this is. And I am not confident in my ability to do this by ear. It's a B. Who needs a bass? Just chunky kick. And if we do that, we can get a little bit of variety in here. Pretty sick. All right. Time to look for a good snare. That ain't bad, but it's not what I meant to do with it. Yeah, one of the other things you can do is you can add a percussion loop on top of your beat, and it adds a lot of character to it. Yeah, this is actually kind of sick. Let's get that one. Very nice. I know, right? I'm digging it. So the hi-hat's more of a background character. I don't even know if we need to change it. There's one beat where there's a hi-hat and not anything else. It's beat 3. Wild. Well, we do need to figure out what we're going to do with the tambourine. And for that, I think we go into some breakbeat samples. Shaker type shit. I kind of like this jagged glass shape shaker. What's this? Get out of here. No looping, snapping, 2 voices, that's fine. I like the little dancing dino. We gotta write some Chimera flow over this. How's it going, Crandall? We rockin', we jammin', we rockin' and jammin'. Ooh, ah, feel good now. Ooh, ah. It is going. How are you? It's been a busy week. No lie. Not as relaxing of a week as it could have been. And normally Fridays were my day off, but I adjusted my schedule, so now Fridays are a day on. And Saturdays are day off. Hope next week's more relaxing. Thank you. It should be. I did help out with a friend's game jam this week, and that threw like a shitload of random shit to do in the mix of already full shit to do. I got busy myself. I got Lethal Company and played Lethal Company. It's so fun. Yeah, I've heard that game is really good. Planning to play with my friend Sunday 1 a.m. EST. Oh yeah. Are you streaming it, or is it just one of those things? Getting together with friends offline? Who does that? Same here, boss has been away this week, so I get to go mad with power. We love that for you. All right. What do we do now? Glue it together? Not that loud. Then refuse to go to a meeting because they don't pay me the manager rate. Get it? The way to do it. Okay. So I need actually to do this. Badoo. In order to preserve this, join these together, and then duplicate. Now, is that even right? Or do I want it to be here? I want it to be here. Yo, it's Nico. Isaac, I'm a little sad this week because I think my microphone's broken. It has a loud buzzing sound that I can't get rid of. That is sad. Yes, please contribute to the Uwu Only Stream Challenge. Uwu Only Stream Challenge. It's you. By the way, community challenge 25% complete. Uwu. Incredible. We're slowly working our way to Uwu Only Stream. I haven't decided what I want to do with the Uwu Only Stream yet, but in the flesh, sort of. Surely we have to do something that's reading oriented, right? We have to do something that's of a serious timbre.
Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring? There's not a whole lot of reading in Elden Ring, though. Or Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3. Cool game of fun and flesh. Not sure if Lumi has a cold, but I hope she gets well soon. Oh, she's just across the room and also eating cereal and talking at the same time because
no,
she can't.
She accidentally took a mini cinnamon challenge and failed.
She accidentally took a spoonful of cinnamon and failed. I see. Lumi the Queen. That's right. By the way, I don't know if you see this in the stream title, but if you have Better TTV installed, which I highly recommend as a browser extension, it's good, the good shit. There's a little surprise for you. I've uploaded some emotes that we can use in stream. And yeah, them's the ones. And you might be thinking like, oh no, what does this mean for the people who want to sub? Well, they will have access to, everyone gets access to the emotes. That's right. We're you know, emotes for all, egalitarian emotes, socialism. But also, if you sub, you can use the emotes in other channels. So there's still a benefit. But really, I want to discourage people from subbing and giving Mr. Bezos more money. So emotes are free with Better TTV. Go download it immediately. OMG, guess what? My psych ward visits are now an even number. We like that. As long as you're not like shooting for the next even number, right? I think do Kofi and support Isaac directly. That's true. Down below in the about section, there's a link to Ko-fi and there's a link to Throne. Just in case people feel overwhelmingly generous.
And they have the means.
And they have them, and you have the means, and you've fed yourself, and you've clothed yourself, and you've taken care of your mental stability, and your family, and your close friends.
And you've paid rent.
And you've paid rent. And then if you have some money left over, and you really, really want to, I mean, there's a list of things that I like. So, and also just Ko-fi. Oh no, definitely not. Yeah. Instructions not clear. Sent 200 chickens. Finally, my homesteading dreams.
Put them all.
We're gonna put them all. You know how you make those little window gardens? We're gonna have a window chicken coop. Just replace a window with an entire chicken coop. Just sticks out of the building like 5 feet directly out, and then the chickens can come in and out as they please. 200 of them. 5 feet? I meant 50 feet. 50 feet of chicken coop. My shit. It started over, so no, so that's not fun. You know, that happens. That happens. I try to set up routines for myself and break them all the time, not on purpose. But I like to think that even when I break my routines, I'm slowly training myself to become the person that doesn't break that routine, right? On Tuesday, I wanted to do yoga. I didn't do yoga. I had other things happening, and I had zero energy, and I had a really bad day on Magic the Gathering Arena, and so my energy was just bleh. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't do yoga. But instead of trying to fit in yoga on Wednesday or whenever, right? You just got to look at yourself and you say, it's okay to not be perfect. In the long run, missing a day doesn't make a difference. So instead of bemoaning the day that I couldn't do yoga, why not celebrate the other 4 days this week that I did yoga? It sounds better. You know, I'm doing it. I'm becoming yogic. Eventually, I will be able to put my feet behind my head for no other reason than flexibility. Zero need for that outside of the desire to be flexible. It's all I want. Just a nice, flexible. So, moral of the story: don't do yoga. No, backwards. Okay. So we've got our sample. We've got our drum beat. Good. Fantastic. Let's try to fit a bass in here somehow. But I can tell you what it's probably going to be. It's probably just going to be a sub bass on the tonic, because that's how hip hop be. Sub bass. Dirty sub. Where's that nasty? What is nasty? Did I make nasty? I must have made nasty. Don't do yoga. Isaac Anzu, probably 2024. as a lover of Wikipedia, I do not appreciating being miscited 5 minutes after I said something. Ooh, you know, the respace is super fun. And let's be real. Love you too. Large.
Power up.
Would you like me to do some big boy beatboxing? Expand, Isaac. You'll get it. Beatboxing is one of those things that I keep forgetting that I want to learn. I'm always like, it would be cool to beatbox. And then I forget about it for several weeks, and then I have that exact revelation again. Of course, the problem is that I don't have a routine built around practicing beatboxing. I could practice beatboxing in the shower. Since I take a shower every day, most days. At least once a week. At least once a week. Wait, hold on. I do want a bass though. This is kind of sick. Let's try this. Pro Tweeze. My apologies. Don't do beatboxing unless it's in the shower. Isaac Anzu, probably 2024. My poor wife is dying from cinnamon overdose. Let's start with, I don't even know. What? Cinnamon overdose? Hey, you heard me. You've heard me correctly. I got the black lung, Pop. And now she's laughing. What is she doing? So we shop at the local discount market. So like Aldi. But in Germany, there's two of them, Aldi and Lidl. And we shop at Lidl. And because they're a discount mart, occasionally they'll have good things and occasionally they won't have good things. It's all depending on like what you what's available, what's on sale, what's in stock, right? So there's this cereal that she really likes, and they don't have it right now because reasons. But she solves this problem by taking the generic cornflakes and putting cinnamon and sugar on them. And it works. Lidl. Yeah, exactly. I go to my Lidl store and I use my Lidl bags to pick up my Lidl groceries. And she may have put too much cinnamon on today. Don't breathe in the cinnamon. Oh girl. Please don't chomp on cinnamon. Don't snort cinnamon. It makes you feel like you got dried up in the desert. For real, though. All right. Let me hear this bass. Hate it. Don't breathe the cinnamon. Become one with the cinnamon. Of course. How could I have forgotten? Don't do that either. What the fuck? Why is this so good? The tone knob is excellent. Please don't smoke the cinnamon. Smoking cinnamon sounds like a euphemism for something. Where does cinnamon come from? Cinnamon, country of origin. Cinnamon is native to Sri Lanka, the neighboring coast of India, and Myanmar. Also cultivated in South America and the West Indies. Wikipedia says it's native to China. Apparently it's from a lot of different places. Speaking of eating snorting powders that are meant to be eaten or snorted, in the word I saw one of my friends, so I was like, hey, and then she was like, hey, and then she snorted a sugar packet, apparently. That's just how it be. In the ward. I believe it though, she's just a little silly like that, I think. Do you want to hear something fucking sad? In high school, there was a guy who snorted a line of ants. Snorted a line of ants! Anyway, the girl I really liked went out with him instead of me. Why would you choose the ant guy? Why would you choose the ant guy of all people? The hell? Anyway, I'm over it. A tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme. Damn. So true though. Why would you go out with the ant guy instead of me? Because I had nothing. I was not the ant guy. I didn't go around making a name for myself. Lumi actually just left for work, so I can't ask her if she would love me and anyone else if they snorted ants. Snorting ants, what kind? Because fire ants are hell. Considering we lived in like the fucking white bread suburbs of the Midwest, I almost guarantee it was not fire ants. They are probably like the most benign and helpful ants you've ever imagined. Just getting sucked up that vacuum tube like fucking alien invasion was happening. Alien abduction. The poor ants. I know. They're just trying to get their work done. They're just being little contributing members of society. And some dude comes along with his like tube from the sky and just absolutely tragic. Yeah, poor carpenter ants. The tube in the sky. Okay. Base, I like it. Why did it fling me all the way over there? I hope the ants went into his brain and ate it a little. I think that did happen, actually. Just based on my knowledge of the guy. Pretty sure that's what happened. He was not a smart man. He's not an intelligent being. He was not an intelligent guy. They just go, what a snack. Can I? Oh. What's this? What's this? We're grouped inside a group? You gave me too much power, you idiots. Wait, can I just... Okay, sure. So now we have a whole new set of macros that we can assign to these drums, which I dig. So what we're going to do is we're going to... I'm going to assign some good macros to these. And essentially what the macros will do is it'll give us knobs that we can twist to make this drums sound different, right? You can always take stuff out and put stuff back in, but sometimes you want them to sound different from like the verse to the chorus. Let's start with this one. Give me them controls. So this is a good knob to have. Let's edit this to, I guess, macro 7. And this is going to be called glass filter. And now what we can do is we can change this knob. Beautiful. What other thing can we add to this? Maybe the pan. Yeah, I like that. and this will be named glass pan. Here's a helpful tip for everybody who's trying to find their way in the world. If it's currently alive, you probably shouldn't eat it. Or insert it into your orifices. Well, excluding certain obvious things. Just where do you draw the line? You've got to draw the line somewhere so that sex is on one side and snorting ants is on the other side. What's that line? Where's the intermediate step? Did I select the correct content label for this stream? I think it's fine. We're still on like 18 plus, right? Let me make sure we're still on 18 plus. How do I make sure that we're still on 18 plus? Moderation? Moderation. I'm going to change my Twitch settings while streaming. That could be bad. I don't think this is where I do the thing. Where do I set my streams as 18 plus only, please? Where do I set my streams as 18 plus only, please? Chat verification. Oh, here we are. Beep, 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 beep. Boom, 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 boom. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No module sets? Nah. Where is that thing? Where do I say this is an adult stream? Can I say that? Audience. No, that's good. Whatever. It's an 18 plus stream, fool. Are you young? Get out. Okay, we've got some sick shit going on here, but it's on the wrong thing. There we go. The fucking layers on this bitch. I swear. Okay. Next up. Going down. Hi-hats. Do we even need anything on the hi-hats? I don't think so. I don't even want that. We just put a filter on this mother. Yeah, that's good. And this is going to be called Kick Filter. Perfect. We don't really want that. What am I doing? I don't hate that. Let's call this Kick Wiggly. Kick Wiggly. Achievement get. Make the kick wiggly. You did it. You did it, Isaac. Powerful. You're unstoppable. Hi, Mags. How's it going? All right. To the snare. Waffles. Going tireds. Well, hey. If you need to get some sleep, make sure you do. But you know what? I have found that sometimes sleep is not what I need. Because they're a different kind of tired, right? Sleep is good for physical tired. But it's not always good for mental tired. I was trying to sleepy, but it wasn't working out. Yeah. Mental tired, emotional tired. There's a lot of different kinds of tired, and sleep only fixes the physical stuff. Well, it can fix some of the mental stuff too. Any who must be off gotta be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for work tomorrow. Yeah, sleep well, Colonel. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping in. The music will keep on jamming. God, this snare is a fucking gunshot. Perfect. I love that. So this is going to be a snare filter. Too much thinking, what other shit can I do in Blender / Unreal? That's kind of sick. What other kind of stuff can you do in Blender and Unreal? Unreal is the game engine. Does that work well with Blender? Unreal Blender. Unreal Engine. Download our new Blender add-ons. We released 2 new free add-ons to greatly streamline the workflow between Blender and Unreal. July 2020. Nice. Unreal isn't a Blender replacement, it's a Blender enhancement. Lots of the free routes are Blender to Unity or Unreal. Blender is good for creating 3D content such as models, materials, and animations, laying out 3D scenes, and high-quality rendering, while Unreal Engine is good for arranging 3D content, creating levels of gameplay, real-time rendering, and publishing games. I see. So it's kind of the platform that you throw your models into. I use Olive to edit my disc now. Natron if I need to make the edits fancier. That's what I've been doing with Shotcut. I use Shotcut to edit the vids. And eventually, if it gets too complicated, I switch to Natron. Just starting it's just in Unreal pretty much, so no major things out of it yet. Well, good luck. But those early stages are very exciting. Is there a way to fix my permanent mic buzzing? Or my mic buzzing, or is it permanent? Buzzing can be a few different things: grounding, bad wires, something fried, bees, yeah. One of the most common things is people will cross signal and power. So you have a cable that the microphone signal goes through, and you also have a cable that the power flows through. And if the power is too close to the signal, then it can interfere with the signal and cause that buzzing. So you don't want your cables to be just a random mess of shit behind your computer. You really do want your microphone cables to be front of house and your power cables to be back of house as much as possible. Ooh, see that? Nice. Yeah, I actually have a few different cable structures around my computer. So I've got power cables kind of flowing back and then down. So back and then down to the actual computer. And then I've got audio cables all off to the side, completely out of the way, nowhere near the power cables, like my headphones, my microphone, all that stuff just totally off to the side. And then of course you've got things like Ethernet and controllers and shit that also has to fit in there somewhere. Yep, cable management can definitely help either way. The sadder and less common option is that there's something like, broken in your microphone. You might also check if you're running on phantom power, because some microphones do require phantom power and some don't. Like my microphone is a condenser XLR, so it needs the phantom power. If I turned off this phantom power button, my microphone would go away. I'm not going to do that. Hello, Lost Bunny Castile. Good to see you. By the way, is it Castile or Castiel? Castiel is like the angel. I think the cord's busted. Well, the nice thing is cords are a lot cheaper than microphones. Whatever you want, really. Cool. I like Castiel. It's got that kind of sick vibe to it. That's a good macro. That's a good macro. I guess let's call this snare pitch. Some people call me one, some people call me other. I am but a Cass. Yeah, my method, my go-to, my project, my I can't think of the word. My method for setting these things is I want one to just be the filter, really, and then the other one to be just like, can we destroy this sound? Like, that's sick, isn't it? Absolutely fucking baller. English hard. Man, communication hard. Mean. There's a reason that people are scared of public speaking. Now, the question is, do we even want to do anything with the hi-hat? You don't even hear the hi-hat, really. It's getting compressed away. Ooh, thank you for the contribution to the Ulu Only Stream Challenge. What are we at now? Not bad. A very special stream. I'm still taking suggestions for what I should do on the Ulu Only stream. I mean, we've got to do something reading style, right? I don't know what it is, but have my points. Well, welcome. If you are a based better TTV user, then you can also use the emotes. All right, that looks like a good set of. It's like a good set of knobs. Then I can go back here. And this needs to be tightened up a little bit. Okay. So we have the lick, we have the bass, we have the drums, and we have some ways to mess with all of them. Well, except for the lick. But we can easily do that with some filter shit. Filter shit. So now we want to make different sections to the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my three. I have 3 pieces, as you can see. Take my 3 pieces, move them over here. We don't need you anymore. Take my 3 pieces, move them over here. And then we want to make, this is essentially a 2-bar section. We want to make 4 different 4-bar sections. And we can say that's like 2 low energy, 2 high energy. But one of the high energy should be like a buildup to high energy. So that way we have kind of an intro, chorus, bridge, verse sort of thing going on. So let's get it started with the, what do you want to start with? I mean, let's start with the chorus. That's the easiest one because the chorus is almost all of just this stuff, right? So we take this, duplicate it, maybe add, remove this, remove this and this, and then just add like a baka baka. Daka 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 daka. Jaka daka. Japapa. Japapa. Yapapa. Yepe. Wapa. Do so many buttons. It's true. There are a lot of buttons on this thing. So now we've got this. So this is the chorus. And we'll do a chorus with and without accompanying tracks. So really that means we have 8 different styles. 8 different styles, if you will. Styles, if you will. So group these together. Call it Chorus. Looking good. Then what we can do is we can duplicate this. Move these over here and set up a verse. And this will allow us to change all of the parameters in order to make things sound cooler or more versy, right? And I think for the verse, do we even want this? What if we just did like something like that? Same thing with the bass. Like a nice subtle little bass there. And now I don't hate the sound. And now what we can do is we can actually take out some of these things. So let's loop just this section, see how it sounds without. With. Okay. Now let's do good. Let's duplicate this again. And before I do anything else, I actually do have to, I have to take a quick break to go and use the restroom. Because I thought I was okay before I started streaming, but apparently I was not. So I will be right back. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone, okay? I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Woo. But I'm only weird. Therefore, I only do weird. Those are super cute emotes. Who is this? Who is this? Pride laugh, limited time only emote. Damn. Who is this bee? We stand the bee. What's this bee? What a bee, what a bee, what a bee, children. All right. So now we want to make it an even softer thing. I think that means turning off this. I don't know. I just emotes I have. Do I have that emote? Global emotes. I do not see the cute bees. Dang. Well, if you have better Twitch TV, you can use all my emotes. Stream with pride. It's not global. Interesting. I don't know that one. Ooh. Charlotte's Constellation. What a very good name. Welcome to the library. Thank you for the follow. This is like name verse 2 or something like that. Hey, yo, we wubbing in here? A little bit. It's a little bit wubby. It's a little bit wubby. Here's the yeah, it's not bad so far. Not bad at all. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take this one, duplicate it, and then we're going to have like bridge up and then bridge down, right? Because you got to have a tension and release, right? Maybe. I don't know. We haven't built the song yet. That's the thing. Right now, we're just experimenting with sounds, and eventually those turn into parts of the actual song. But because we don't know the song yet, we're just messing around. Okay, bridge up. So I know at least one thing we got to do is the snare pitch. The snare pitch is so powerful. So bridge up. Let's listen. Actually, give me verse 2. Unsolo. Ooh, just dropping a lurk while I rest in bed. Hey, Mukia. Thanks for the lurk. Good to see you. So, okay, I like that. So we need to work out how to do the snare pitch for a build-up, right? Do we start it low? I think so, but maybe not that low. It's pretty intense. So this is where we get into automation. Snare pitch at the very end, we have it at 0. Here we do it like this. I don't necessarily like
It's a good effect. How do I make everything else supported, though? I think cutting out the other drum parts. So what if we took this and we added a drive to it? Maybe before the EQ, because that's smart. Just nice big fat drive. Yeah. Okay, so then the drive. Do we go all the way up to 100? Maybe. The drive can start low. Maybe low filter cutoff on this boy. No. There it is. That's the knob. Beautiful. So now we've got this cool buildup in all three parts. We can even say add in this. Nope. Don't like that. Sure. I dig that. All right. I dig it. Now bridge down. Bridge me down. So what we want to do is we want to use the chorus for the first half. And classic bridge down technique, just reverse it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then we can take the frequency here and drop it down a little bit. this one, pretty much the same thing. But we can do it on the individual basis. So kick filter down a little bit. Snare filter down a lot bit. Glass filter down a little bit. Maybe the the kick filter needs to go down more. I don't hate that though. And then for this, we use the filter resonance on the other one. Yeah, perfect. All the way down, boy. All the way down there. Sounds so wrong. Don't call your instruments boys. But it's okay to call your instruments fellas. All my fellas. Okay. Got some sections to the song. Love that. So now we just kind of arrange them into stuff. So select everything, move it the fuck over here. Maybe even further over here. Yeah. So what comes first? First, I think we start with the bridge up. So let's just grab that. Put it first. Wah. But what we can do here is we can turn off just that clip and it'll preserve all of our automation and stuff. It's just deactivated. So now we have this more intro sounding thing. And yeah, we're gonna have to tweak this a little bit because I want more. I want more. I want to hear that bass all the way through. I want to see it jamming. There we go. Don't sing Disney songs on stream though. Take it. And then do we start with a bridge or verse or a chorus? What if we start with like partial chorus? What if we split the difference and don't make a decision? Easy. Yeah, baby. Sounds good. Let's make sure we're looping this correctly. Also, I think we're going to have a little overlap here, so we don't actually need this note. And then we can go a duplicate, but not quite duplicate. Not quite duplicated. Duplicate, but again, not quite. Perfect. Good. Partial chorus. Yes. And now we get into the first verse, which should be a few bars so that somebody, I don't know who, some weirdo can like rap on it. Let's duplicate this and then just make sure we're doing our thing. Is that even right? No, that's not right. That's not right. There we go. Slick. Right now I'm watering my plant. You know, in my last apartment we had plants. In this apartment we definitely don't. And it's nice having a little plant to take care of. But to be a plant dad. I do have this little Christmas tree though. I don't know if this thing's alive. How do you tell if a plant's alive? Or just made of plastic? So I'm like struggling. I'm struggling to determine how alive this plant is. I don't even think it's evergreen. What the fuck is this plant? It's a tiny Christmas tree, that's for sure. I guess I could just lift it, and if the roots come up. Oh yeah, that's a root. I think this thing's alive. I mean, it's green. Green is good. Right now I'm taking care of basil. Ooh, basil can be tough to take care of. Especially if you keep it in the little shit pot they give you. I think we can officially delete these old tracks, huh? So then what do? We do the I think we do actually the bridge down out of the chorus, right? Because the bridge down focuses on these three really. So bridge down, I kind of like that. Start there. Maybe even do this instead of this. And what am I doing? No. Like that. Let's listen. And then, of course, we go into the chorus. Which should be this part, right? Bridge down. And then the chorus is here. And then we just duplicate that bad boy and drag it over. Right? Wrong. Works down there, doesn't work up here. Perfect. There we go. I think maybe we cut off this instead. Okay, and then same thing we did with the verse, we do with the verse 2. Big chillin'. And I think what we do for verse 2, we kind of somewhat reverse this. So we start with this. And then we go into just the drums. Then we take our same bridge down, move it over here, and then right back into the chorus. Into the chorus. I already used that. Where's my bridge down? Ends here. And so my chorus needs to start here. And look at that. Just like that, we have almost 2 minutes of music. And that's just like one idea, right? Normally in a song, you want to have two ideas. You want to have two contrasting ideas. It's kind of a boring song at the moment. But it has a structure that makes sense. Have lots of ideas are great in a song. Well, there's a balance, right? You don't want to have too many ideas because then your song starts to sound like a jumbled up mess. You want the listener to be able to connect one idea to the next one. And that can be tough. But if you have too few ideas, like I believe this song currently, you either want to make it a short song or you want to add more ideas. And that's not to say that you should change the structure of the song. Like, I still think intro, mini chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus is a excellent structure of a song. What I'm saying is that, adding another development of the melody is probably something that would be good to do. Because right now, I mean, listen to the chorus. It's just barely acceptable. It's just barely acceptable. One other thing you can do is you can change on each chorus. You could have a different vocal, so you don't just repeat the chorus stuff. That can help as well. Ugh. I think this is in a spot where I want to leave it for now. Ray, do you mind if I open up that song you sent me on stream? Only with your permission, of course. But I would love to. Sure. Okay. We're going to take a song by Ray Pierre. And we are going to. Song has sounded solid, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I think that I want to give it a week. We'll come back and listen to it again. And then we'll kind of figure out what we want to do with it. But I think I got some ideas. Okay. So Ray sent me the stems of his song Serenity. So I guess I need to extract these onto the desktop. Stems, for those who don't know, are the building blocks of a piece. And it looks like I need to turn warping off. Yeah, that seems better. Okay, stems are the building blocks of a piece of music. So we've got accordion, chords, drums and beat, bass line, Toho instrument. It's very quiet. You forgot to note some of them? Oh, is that why it's called Toho instrument? That's funny. It's fine. Rename which or which. Got it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we had this first melody for a while, and then you went to a different melodic idea and came back. I'm the type of guy who gets the job done, but the mythology is mind-bogglingly painful to see. Well, the methodology is always, you always start at the simplest, slowest spot, right? Had kind of a bridge section there. Use the song to help me sleep sometimes. It's definitely well titled, Serenity. We're gonna save this as desktop. I'm gonna name this Serenity. Serenity Mix. And then we're going to save all the files. Really curious how you'd remix this. Well, okay. So there's a difference between remixing and mixing and mastering. If I was going to remix this, what I would do is I would just take the full file and chop it up, right? And do like a boom or whatever like that, right? I don't want to remix this. I want to master it. So what I want to do here is start with making the instruments feel balanced, right? And as you can see, everything is already on zeros over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add 12 is too much. 9. Add 9 decibels to everything. Nope. How about 6? 6 decibels to everything. Just to make it beefier. And we can always cut stuff with EQ. Is that too much? Oh, that's too much. Okay. So the chords are going to need some EQing for sure. What we can do is we can add a compressor onto this and increase the output by 3, but then we'll have a threshold for when it clips. Maybe put that on threshold of 4. Let's listen to the -3. Yeah, just pump it down a little bit. So first things first, let's get the drum, let's get the main instrument sounding good, right? And there's not much to do with that, right? You want to start with the most important thing and then mix from there. But there are a few things we need to do. So first off, if you look at this EQ, you can see that this instrument has a ton of low frequency information on it that is probably muddying up the drums and bass. All I'm going to do is clean that up. And it literally sounds the same. But now there's less frequency information down here. The other thing is that this section here is much louder than the other section. And that gives it a different tone, but you don't necessarily want it to stick out of the mix all of a sudden like that. So what we can do is we can look at this section and just soften it down with a compressor. You'll still get the difference in tone, but it'll mesh better. See, like we're sitting around here on the output level now, and it's only a little bit higher here, which I like. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need to do to take care of the main instrument. Now what we do is we listen to the other instruments individually and think about how they fit in. So let's classic bass line. And it's got a bit of a pluck to it, so we don't want it to be the lowest instrument. We want it to stand out kind of as a mid-low. Meanwhile, the kick drum absolutely is low. It's very deep. And the snare drum is ethereal. Looks like there's a couple different drum patterns here. Just a basic snare and kick. Yeah, just same instruments, different patterns. Cool, cool, cool. Chords. I think the reason why the melody was messed up is because I was putting the notes in and I accidentally raised the velocity a bit too much. Yeah. Some of the instruments will actually change how they sound based on the velocity, not just the volume. So you got to be careful with velocities. It's probably the most important part of the note after timing and pitch is tone, and loudness and velocity is that. Okay, these chords are super pretty. They're kind of a background figure though, which I don't like. I want these chords to be out. So we'll work on that. And then we have the ZA accordion. So this definitely sounds like a background figure, but it's got a lot of, if you look at the EQ here, it's got a lot of resonances in the frequencies that are the most audible to human ears. So it's going to sound a little too round, too thick. It's supposed to be more backgroundy, right? Providing a harmonic basis. So now what we do is we turn each of these off and we go through, we pick a section of the piece and we try to balance with the melody. So we'll start with this is not supposed to be a driving piece. It's supposed to be serene. So I kind of want to start with the chords. I want the chords to come out. And once again, if you look at the EQ, there's this low note down here that's kind of pushing against the bass, right? This section of the EQ down here below 100, we really just want the kick and the bass guitar to be in that section. Nothing else. Otherwise, your mix starts to get too muddy and you won't be able to make it full, because when you're mixing, the bass will get louder and louder and you'll overwhelm the rest of your track. But the parts that you're hearing the most clearly won't actually get louder. So what we can do also is no, not yet. So we delete the bass. What we can do is we can add some soft saturation to this. What saturation does is it'll add more color to the upper registers and it'll make it come out a little bit more. That's why it feels overwhelming to work with back then. I thought the solution was to lower the volume on stuff. Yeah, it is, but you have to lower the volume on the particular things, specifically the low parts of pretty much every instrument but the kick and bass. Learning so much, thank you. Yeah, of course. And so now you can see on this EQ. So what you want to do is you want to EQ, distort or saturate, and then EQ again. As you can see, we've got more upper frequency information, and now we can actually bring that out. That sounds nice. And it sounds like it's interweaving with the melody, which I really like. It's got a resonance to it too down here. We can even lower. So what I like to do as well is lower some of these resonances. And what this does is, ironically, this little peak here, even though it's not any louder, your ear will hear it as louder. And I like that resonance. Or do I? You gotta mess around with this stuff sometimes. Yeah, I like that. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we've balanced this, what's the next most important parts? I would say the drums. So let's bring in the drums. So for drums, I like to use this tool called a drum bus. I mean, it's pretty all in one. It's got a compressor, it's got a saturator, it's got brings out the transients, it's got a bass enhancer. And I think that's the thing that we really want to do is on this bass, we want to enhance the kick. Well, on this drums, we want to enhance the kick. So we want to set the right frequency for this. So let's go back to the beginning. Go to the main thing and find the tuner. Okay, so we're in D minor. If you don't know how I did that, I went to college. And generally you do want to mix on the loudest section. So maybe we should do it over here. So if we're in D minor, we want to set this bass frequency to a low D, but maybe not the lowest D. because we don't want it to be like pounding away. And now at 73 hertz, which is D, we see this pumping effect. And that's the boom. We don't need that much. We can bring out the transients, which are the hits. We can also dampen the transients so that they're louder, but they don't have as much high frequency content, and that makes them sound distant and muted, which I think is appropriate for this. And then we can talk about actual output. So what if we lower the output by 3 decibels for the drums? How does that sound in the mix? Yeah, that sounds nice. Now, next I would say the bass line is important. And it's even hard to hear the bass line. So first off, what we want to do is, you can see this resonance down here. Well, remember that like 74.1 right here is where we're having the kick drum resonate. So if we just do this, the sound of the bass doesn't change, but now we've cleared up this entire area down here for the kick drum. Now, this bass is kind of in the same register as the chords. And you can hear it kind of crunching a little against itself, right? So what I want to do here is I want to first off, bring down this area so the chords have room to breathe, but then also bring this area up so that we can hear that pluck. The pluck happens up here. The resonance, the notes happen down here. How does this sound? It still sounds a little harsh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a compressor on here. And as you can see, the round notes of the bass are much lower than the plucking, right? We want the sound of the plucking, but we don't necessarily want the plucking to poke through the mix. We want it to support the chords. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push down on this compressor a little bit. And this is not a strong compressor, but what we can do is we can make it a fast compressor. And now you can still hear the sound of the pluck, but the volume of the pluck is lessened. And let's put this in with the chords. I need to lower the output on these chords just a smidge. Is that? Yeah, okay, that's a powerful chord sound, but I like it. So now the bass is down there supporting the chords, but if you want to listen for the bass, you can hear that plucking in the upper mids. And we can actually bring the bass up a little bit. Let's try. Usually I say to always adjust things in multiples of 3 because 6 dB is twice or half, right? If you go 6 dB up, you're increasing the sound by twice as much. If you are going 6 dB down, you're decreasing the sound by half. So I like to go by 3s because that's like a quarter at a time. And it's granular enough for me to get the kind of basics there, right? Yeah, see, 6 is starting to overpower the chords, but I like 3. And then last, the accordion. So as usual, we're going to cut the bass out of this one. And this one has these resonances here. So what we can do is do a compressor, but a special kind of compressor. It's called a multi-band compressor. And we can look at here and say, okay, we've got like these bass notes in, where is this? 100 to 250. So we say our low frequency is around 250. And then our next band should be at 1.1, 1000. So what we've got now is we've taken a compressor and we've divided up the frequency spectrum so that this note only is on this band, this bunch of resonances is on this middle band, and then everything above that is on its own thing. And you can see that there's actually signal up here, even though it doesn't look like it, because this is taking the signal of this entire band. And even if it's just like very tiny signal all across here, it does add up. Like if we just turn this up, now you get this like really high sparkly effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that up, I'm going to turn that down, turn the bottom down. But we don't want it to overpower. This is mixing. We're trying to get a good mix, right? And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compress this down a bit. Just so it's just a little bit softer, not as resonant. And now it feels like a background figure that you can kind of hear. I think I'm going to drop the output of this by 3. A background figure that fills the upper parts of the song, but not the entire song, right? One of the ways that you can think about music is like a 3D room around you, where things that are closer are louder and things that are further away are softer. Things that are higher in pitch, and lower are lower in pitch. And then to the left and right is panning, right? We haven't even talked about panning yet. A lot of this stuff is going to be pan center though. Drums are almost always pan center, bass is pan center, and melody is pan center because they kind of fit into the low, mids, and highs of the center of the room naturally. Chords and accordion though, what we want to do here is we want to add, so I like to use this delay module that I call super wide. And I think I want to put it on the chords for sure. And what that does is it just sends send those chords to the sides of the room, right? And now there's space in the center for the melody to exist. At the same time, the chords are glittering in the sides, supporting the melody. And behind it all, we have the accordion, right? So we could even maybe make the accordion a little louder again. And it feels like it fits in once again because it's not competing with the chords in the center. Oh, good stuff. So now we can talk about reverb. Haven't even touched reverb yet. So you can have a lot of different types of reverb, but it's generally good to have a room reverb. And it's generally good to put it on this track here, which is called Ascend. So we don't need these at the moment, but what Ascend does is right now this is sending to the reverb. We have a delay on here too. That comes normal with the thing. We don't need it. Right now this is sending to the reverb. So if I turn up the send, it creates a room reverb, but it doesn't lower the volume of this. So what I like to do, throw everything onto this room reverb send. And if we solo this, it's like all the noise that would be happening behind the instruments in the room. And you can change the reverb and how it sounds to change the size of the room. So if we wanted to put this into a hall, like a large hall, it would sound different. Or like a medium hall, a little bit more muted. You could put it into a cathedral, big ass reverb. There's also rooms, right? Like a garage. Very twangy. A living room. Office. But I actually think what I want to do is like a small chamber for this. It's a subtle effect, but it gives it that intimate feeling, right? And that's what we want. So we have our room verb, but the way that rooms work, when something is closer to you, you will get more sound out of the instrument and less sound out of the reverb, because the reverb will be drowned out by the sound of the instrument in your face. However, if something is far away from you, you'll get a ton of reverb and then a little bit of the sound mixed in. And you can easily understand this if you think about talking to someone in a gymnasium when they're standing right in front of you versus when they're standing on the other side of the room, right? There's so much echo, especially if they're yelling. So what we want to do is we want to go to each of our instruments again and add a reverb to them. And each reverb should essentially be shaping the sound so that it sounds like it's sitting in the room actually somewhere. So once again, we start with the main instrument. I kind of like this idea of a long tail on this instrument. So let's go with the cathedral to start. And with this one, you want to mess with this dry wet knob here. reflect versus diffuse. And it still feels long, but because the dry wet knob is low, it still feels up front. All right. Let's listen to the bass line. This one can be a little bit further back. So we changed the dry wet knob to be a little bit further back. This one we want to also have kind of a long tail since it's supporting the chords and not so much of the reflections. The drums, what do you think? I feel like the drums should be washed out a little bit. So let's do the ballad reverb. That's too much washing. But we can put a little bit more reverb on here to make it sound a little bit more out of there. And I love the idea of these chords just filling up the sides of the song. So what we can do is we can also increase the stereo image on the reverb, and that'll make it sound even bigger. Sounds beautiful. And this is the ultimate background figure. So we're going to put this in a large hall. We're going to give it a plenty of wetness. Not so much reflections, but diffusions for sure. If this is supposed to be my birthday gift, I'm really, and thank you for the opportunity to learn and for you to mix a song. Is your birthday coming up? Honestly, I'm just happy to make music for and with friends. So now we've got our reverbs set. Let's listen to the overall thing. January 22nd is coming soon. Oh, well, happy almost birthday. You know, in Germany, it is considered super bad luck to wish someone a happy birthday before the day of their birthday, in case they, die or something and your wishes were wasted, right? Something silly like that. So now we can start making little tweaks to the mix here. And I think I like bringing the drums out just a little bit more. Yeah, and they don't like to say congratulations for anything right up until the day that it happens, till the moment that it happens. It's like a kind of cultural thing. Don't waste your congratulations. It's silly, but it's a cultural thing. So who am I to judge? All right, I like bringing the drums out. What if we drop the accordion a little bit? Yeah, that's nice. Because then it becomes even more ethereal and backgroundy. So now we go to the master track. And if you did a good job mixing, you shouldn't have to master. that said, it's worth taking a look at your master and seeing kind of what your outputs are telling you. So I have this multi-band dynamic compressor on here. It's telling me that we have a very pulsing bass. That's the kick. That's good. I want to see a lot of pulsing bass. The mids are very standard, which is great. Good, like that. And then the highs are a little low. So what happens if we just increase the highs? It adds some warmth. I like that. Our compressor is telling us that we are getting up there in the clipping zone. So if we just drop this down a smidge, should be good. And then overall gain, you do want your limiter to be hitting around -6. Looks like it already is. So overall, we needed to compress a little bit and we needed to increase the highs a little bit. That's all the mastering that needed to be done. Truly mastering is like the least important step in the process if you do everything else right. What we can do now is we can listen to the entire song and kind of get a feel for everything that's going on and hear the different parts in their own spheres. I love the reverb. Oh, and the bass and chords are supporting each other now. Oh. Oh, and you get that pulse. And the light accordion sounds more ethereal too. I love it. Absolutely. Well, I was going off of the idea of serenity. I wasn't trying to make it into a funk dance track, right? You have to learn the conventions of the genre you're working in order to mix for that genre. Because I mean, at the very least, you have to know which instruments are important and unimportant. Let's get to it. Dolu, 22 months. Holy crap. 22 months. Dolu, do you have that subscriber badge? I just added some new subscriber badges. Ah, okay. Yeah, so there is definitely a velocity thing happening here, but I think we can fix that. Oh, hail, mighty Sir Isaac, the composer par excellence. Well, thank you. Do you like this song, Dolu? Sub badge, how would I check? So if you click on your chat box or name, it should say like, this is how I'm appearing, this is how I look. I think it's on chat settings or something. And you can pick which badges are shown. Now you do also have the founder badge since you're like one of the OGs on this channel. So maybe that's a even bigger flex than the subscriber badge. I don't know. So what we can do is we have this little section right here where the notes just are too quiet. All we have to do really is highlight this section, cut it out, increase the volume, and then make sure to crossfade it a little bit. And now let's listen. Perfect. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I for some reason it's easier to do on mobile. I don't know why. Or maybe I don't know. You are but a humble follower. Well, you are nothing but humble. No, that came out wrong. You don't have to be humble, is what I meant to say. You are awesome. And I so appreciate your presence here. This is a song made by our very own Ray Pierre. And I am but a humble student. I'll take that. I'll take all the students I can manage. So now what I can do is export. We export the master. No need to render as loop. And we will send a wave and an MP3. Serenity Mix project. Serenity Mix. Really liking this song. Can we play it all at once? Well, right now the audio is rendering, so literally cannot play it. But I will send it over to Ray Pierre. Later, I think I'm gonna review the footage to download all the compressors I need. So I would recommend learning how the native compressor in your DAW works, and then learning how the native reverb in your DAW works, and using those over and over and over again until you can do whatever you want to do with that compressor. And then same thing with EQ compressors, reverbs, distortion, all that stuff. Then later down the line, when you're ready to, up your game, and you're like, I'm done with EQ, I want Pro Q, which is actually a thing. Pro Q3, I really want it, but it's $900. When you're ready to throw money at your DAW, you already know how to do everything that needs to be done. Will I be banned if I ask what on earth is a compressor? So compressor is kind of like an automated volume knob. You set a threshold, and if the sound gets louder than the threshold, the compressor automatically turns the sound down. And that helps prevent it from clipping and blowing out your speakers. But because the louder sounds are softer, that means if you afterwards turn up the volume, you can hear the softer sounds louder. So it compresses the sound into a smaller space and lets you hear more harmonic and tonal information from the song. So it's a really, really, really powerful tool. You can also control how much the volume knob turns down. You can also control how fast the volume knob turns down and how slow it turns back up, right? Simple tool, incredibly powerful. Not usually something that you would throw onto a guitar, but I promise you, there are compressors inside the amp that are doing some work, right? You wouldn't just put a compressor on a guitar pedal because you just want it to be loud. You want it all to be loud. But inside the amp, there are compressors doing work. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Oh, it's such a very pretty melody. And while this plays, oh, the chords! You're developing a musical vocabulary, and that's awesome. I think what I want to do is I want to try to. Let's see if I can do this. Is she still going? I want to be the one to raid Hello Aggie this time. Aggie's doing the Path of Pain. Let's raid Hello Aggie. Thank you everyone who stopped by, Crundle and Castile and Megallion and Nico. Thank you, Ray, for not only stopping in and chatting, but also letting me do your do some mixing for you. If you have any more tracks that you want me to mix, I'd be happy to keep practicing. This is just the third song I made in my life. I'm very happy to hear that. Remember those old 8-bit games? When a story plot is being told, I recall this music as well at the end game credits. Absolutely. Yeah, we are wrapping up. It is that time. Yeah, thank you, Dolu, for stopping in and subscribing. It's been 22 months. I can scarcely believe it. But we're gonna raid good friend of the channel and current sufferer, Hello Aggie, because Hello Aggie is currently doing the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight, and I gotta see it. I got it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me this music stream. We got a lot done. I'm excited to see where it goes. And copy that raid message and join us in jamming and jousting together, folks, with Aggie. 3 more hours stream, let's go. Unfortunately, no. Anyway, my name's Isaac Anzu. I'll stay cool and you stay cooler. Till next time, farewell.